Well, the main story for us for the past couple of days and for the next few days is the humidity that's been on top of us. You can see a large part of the Great Lakes region having dew points in the upper 60s and low 70s. There's a little bit drier air off to the north in Michigan. Dew point in Grand Rapids only at 64. And while that's not a huge difference, I can promise you a 5-degree difference in dew points makes it feel a whole lot better. I actually wish I was in central Michigan right now because there were some dew points in the 50s there. But we're going to stay warm and we're going to stay muggy. Tonight, dropping down into the mid-60s, about 65 degrees. A little bit of fog is possible, but overall no big concerns for the fog. And tomorrow, we're warming right back up to about where we were today, 88 for that high, and we warm up quickly tomorrow. So if you plan on going to the Tin Caps game tomorrow, first pitch at 1:05. At that time, we're already in the mid-80s, and that's where we're hanging out throughout the entire afternoon. And we've got those feels-like temperatures in the low 90s tomorrow across the region because of that humidity. And it's even going to feel a few degrees warmer on Monday. Air temperatures still in the mid to upper 80s, but those feels-like temperatures in the mid-90s. So we've got a couple more muggy days ahead. But the good news is we're staying dry. So if you need to do any yard work, tomorrow, Monday, going to be good days to do that. Tuesday, yeah, probably not. You're probably going to want to avoid doing any yard work on Tuesday, but then you can get right back at it on Wednesday. The reason why you want to avoid Tuesday is because we're tracking a series of weather systems that's going to move our way. Still locked up in the northern Great Plains. It's going to take a couple of days to get here as high pressure sits right on top of us. So while we're calm for the next couple of days, things are not so calm as we look towards Florida. This is now Tropical Storm Debbie. The storm is moving towards the Gulf Coast of Florida over the next several hours, and that's why there are tropical storm warnings, hurricane watches up into the Big Bend, storm surge warnings, because this system is moving right towards that area and is expected to make landfall as a Category 1 hurricane sometime on Monday and then get stuck in the southeastern United States coast along the Atlantic. South Carolina, Georgia. There could be some spots in that area picking up upwards of a foot of rain from this tropical system before it finally gets ushered out of that region. Back at home, not dealing with quite as much rain, even with that weather system coming through on Tuesday. You can see maybe a stray sprinkle on Sunday afternoon. A few isolated rain showers, possibly a thunderstorm off to the north of Fort Wayne along the Indiana-Michigan border Monday afternoon, but I think much of Monday is going to be dry. Really, it's going to be Tuesday morning into the afternoon that we see a few waves of thunderstorms push through, bringing in maybe about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch for some spots, with possibly a little bit more in those isolated spots that see stronger thunderstorms. But with that weather system comes much cooler, much more refreshing air. 78 for that high on Wednesday with dew points down in the upper 50s is going to feel very nice as we end next week. And it looks like that less humid, slightly cooler trend